Hello, YouTube! Sakuyamon deck profile. Really good. It's a really big combo deck, kind of a snowball deck. And it is doing well in my BT10 testing, so we're going to go ahead and do the deck profile for it. I'll explain why we play the cards we play, so on and so forth. And no, this is not a tier 1 deck. So for those of you that say, oh, Mario only does tier 1 decks, blah, 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 you're a liar, and you should feel bad. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on the smashed potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go up. So here we go with the babies. The only babies you need are the Viximons. Once per turn, when you activate an option cost 2 or more, draw a card. It's just a draw egg for yellow that will always resolve in your deck. Activating options is just what this deck does. So we play 4 copies of it. You don't need anything else. Now for the rookies, we play 12. We play 4 copies of the EX2 Renamon. On play, you reveal top 4. You add any card in your Sakuyamon line and the Rika Tamer, and you bottom the rest. Has a cool inheritable as well, once per turn. When you use an option, gain a memory, cost 2 or more. So this is probably the best rookie, because it gets you your Tamer and your line, anything you need, and it also gets you memory, which is very important in this deck. Really important in this deck. So 4 copies of it. We play 4 copies of the BT10 Renamon. Reveal top 4, add a plugin and a yellow Tamer. So instead of adding a Renamon Sakuyamon line card, it adds a plugin instead. So the other half of the coin. And its inheritable says when you use an option card at 2 or more, when your opponents get minus 2000 DP. So minus 2000 DP once per turn, it will add up, and you'll see cards like that in this deck as well that continue to add up that DP reduction. And to follow it up, our last rookie in the deck, 4 copies of the Star Deck Patamon. Once per turn, when you gain when you deplete something once per turn, delete it, gain a memory. It's the best other rookie to play, to be honest. I have considered playing the Draw Labramon. However, the memory in this deck is crucial. So I did choose Patamon over it, and in testing I have been rewarded for it. So Patamon is a 4-of. We play 12 rookies, 4-ofs, we need nothing else in the deck. We're going to move right along to champions. And we're actually only playing 8 champions. We're playing 4 of the BT10 Kyubimon. So when Digivolving, you can either add a plugin from trash to hand or discard a plugin to draw 2 cards. So it either Destiny draws for you or adds a plugin back, which is really strong. It doesn't have an inheritable, but the flexibility between recursion and or draw power is super helpful. It's good at all stages in the game. So you love to see it. And then we play 4 copies of the EX2 Renamon. So when Digivolving, you reveal top 3 cards, and then you add an option card with plugin. And that's it. It's not as good. It just adds a plugin. And that's okay. That's not bad. And its inheritable is also good. Like, this is the Kyubimon you want to evolve in the back, not in the front per se. When you use an option 2 cost or more, do 2000 DP to something once per turn. So just like the BT10 Renamon. So yeah, 4 copies of Kyubimon for the additional DP reduction, and sometimes it adds a plugin. Really cool. That's it for champions. We're only playing cards in our line, with the exception of Patamon. Keep that in mind. Champion Ultimates, we play 4 copies of the BT10 Talmon. When you evolve, you can use a plugin for free, without the color requirements. That's broken. So we're going to move right along from that. And we're playing only 3 copies of Ultimate EX2 Talmon. So when Digivolving, you play a Rika for free. It doesn't come up as much, which is why we're playing 4 and 3. But it also has the inheritable of minus 2000 once per turn when you activate an option card. So, like, the ideal stack... I'll show you later. Anyway, so we have 3 cards that do DP reduction, right? You can kind of do crazy things like that. And the when Digivolving, play Rika is kind of cool sometimes. 7 Ultimates, nothing else is needed in this deck. And we're going to move on to the Megas. We're playing 4 copies of the EX2 Sakuyamon. This card is half the heart and soul of the deck. What this card does is when Digivolving, you unsuspend one of your other Digimon, which is probably your Sakuyamon. And then for each Tamer you have in play, you add a plug-in to your hand from the trash. I don't need to spell this out. You have multiple Rikas, you add multiple plugins. It's broken. It's really fucking good. And then your turn, not once per turn, by the way. If you activate an option with 2 costs or more, any option with 2 costs or more, when your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000. It's not once per turn. It's really broken. When you combine it with this and this inheritable and this inheritable, you are doing big damage to things for sure. And then your rookie of choice can be either the Patamon for memory gain, or this Renamon for, more DP reduction. Or even this Renamon for more memory gain. Like, it doesn't really matter what your rookie is, but ideally in the back, you build this stack. So that when you do a Sakuyamon play, you are able to kill big towers or multiple cards on the field. Really good card. The fact that it's not once per turn is crazy. And then we play 3 copies. Our last Digimon on the deck is none other than Sakuyamon Broken Mode. We covered this card in the Yellow Hybrid deck profile, but not in its own deck. When Digivolving, you play an option with plug-in for free, or another option, 2 costs or more for free, yellow, and then you place it in the security. It's crazy. Pretty freaking good. And then when attacking, the when attacking here actually matters in this deck. It didn't matter in Yellow Hybrid, it matters here. This Digimon can Digivolve into a Sakuyamon in your hand for a memory cost of 1. There is some wombo combo. We're going to go into it after the deck profile is done. But there you go. There you go. We're playing 3 copies of it. Because this is the most important card, but you also do need maid mode. So it's a very good combo. Very strong. Moving on. We're just going to do the Tamers real quick. 4 Rikas. It's a memory Tamer. And your turn, when you attack, you suspend to use an option with plugin. That's all the card does. That's it. That's it. And the more you can do it, the higher chance you have of winning. It's that simple. The more Rikas you have on the field, the higher your chances of winning. It's that simple. It's honestly like one of the biggest snowball decks in the game. We play 4 copies of it. Options. Let's talk about the plugins here. So we're playing 3 copies of Digivolution Plugin S. Now, it is a green plugin. So, that is true. We are playing a green plugin. However, if you have a Tamer card, it does ignore the color requirements, which is really important. So you can just willy-nilly activate it if you need to. And this is the one that we play the most of because it's actually like the best plugin right now. So when you activate it, you draw a card, and then you can Digivolve one of your Digimon into a Digimon card with a Digivolution cost of 3 or less without paying the cost. Which, by the way, is anything in your deck. Your big boss monsters, Sakuya and Main Mode, evolve for 3. So this evolves your stuff, anything. So you draw a card for no reason, and then you evolve for free for no reason. That just seems really strong. And then in security, it has a good effect too. You reveal top 3 cards of your deck. You add a Digimon to your hand, the rest get bottom decked, then you add this card to your hand. It's stupid. It's the best plugin in the deck. Hands down. Straight up. Next, we're playing 2 copies of the only other BT10 card, which I didn't print proxies for because I'm an idiot. This is the black plugin. I believe it is called Defense Plugin. What this card does is it costs 5. It's black, has the same thing as this. You can play it if you don't have a 5th Tamer. When your Digimon gets block or reboot until the end of your blocker and reboot, and then it also cannot be deleted by card effects. That's pretty strong. Can't be Gaia Forced or whatever. That's pretty good. And then, it's security effect. You reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You play a Digimon card with a play cost of 4 or less. And then add to your hand. It's crazy. You can play none of your other cards except your rookies, but if you get either Renamon here, you get your on play, which is very strong. All in security. It's kind of crazy. So we play 2 copies of that plugin, and then we play 1 copy of offensive plugin for security +1. In security, we'll top 3 at a Tamer. It's good, goes to hand. And then 1 copy of the D plugin. It gives you jamming and can't be blocked. This is a very important card in tandem with this. We only need 1 copy of it though, because these plugins actually do a lot more. But you save these plugins for the end game. And then security, you draw a card, and then add this card to your hand. It's a really good plugin. Now, you're barely ever going to hard play these plugins. You're going to play them with Rika or your other cards that play plugins for free, like main mode or the Talmon, the BT10 one. So it's very, very good. So we do play 7 plugins, but we're not done with our options yet. There's 5 more cards left in the deck. We play 4 copies of Yellow Memory Boost for the consistency. It's very important that we do that. We need the consistency. We're not even playing Reinforcing Memory Boost because it's too expensive in my opinion, and it might just put something in security that you need. You won't always put a plugin in security, and sometimes we'll plugins in hand. We're not doing Reinforcing Boost, but we are doing 4 this one because we do need to add yellow cards to our hand, and we need the option. We need to dig deeper to add our combo pieces to hand. So the 4 boost, in my opinion, is mandatory. And the final option in the deck, the one of Holy Flame. It's broken. That's it. Floodgate, broken card. Main mode makes it even more broken. Nothing else to say. The Holy Flame originally was kind of a meme, but it actually fucking works. So I don't know what to tell you. There you go. Crazy stuff. All right. If you can hold off your opponent and get the snowball rolling, it's nuts. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. The deck is really fun. You'll love to see it. And we'll see you later.